All right. All right. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good evening. Good afternoon. Okay. Just give it a second to let the audio and video start loading up just fine. And once it comes out, let me know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the chat box as well so I can see your chats. Give me 1 second here. Let me get the link for the chat. One moment. Okay, so we are now live. Okay, just a second. Let me get everything ready here. One moment. Okay. All right, all right. Where's the link for the webinar link? This one, this live page. Can you send it to me? I just need to get the chat box up and running so I can see their messages. Sorry about that. One moment. One moment. Okay. All right. All right. Here we go. Here we go. So I can now see your messages as well. Okay. All right. So let's get started here. Let's get started. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good evening. Good afternoon. Can you guys all see my messages now? Okay. And see my screen, hear me live, loud and clear. Okay. Great, great, great. Yeah, I can see all the messages coming in now. Okay. All right. Let's see some familiar faces. Hi, Abhishek. Hi, Shen, Aman, Vana, Sovan. Okay, great, great. Good to see a lot of you guys' regular names. Hi, Robert, James, Michael. All right, all right. Welcome, guys. Welcome. My name is Navin Prithiani. I am the senior trader at forexwatchers.com, a mentor at urbanforex.com, and today we are here to talk about a very important topic about goals. How many of you guys here already have watched that video when you registered and actually made your goals on a piece of paper? Okay, do you have that paper with you? Okay. Yeah, okay, good, good, good. I'm fine, Sovan. Thank you for asking. Thank you. Welcome, guys. Welcome. All right, so as we begin, you want to have that paper ready with you. If you do not have that paper, that's fine. We're going to go over these things a little bit, but you want to make sure your goal information is ready and available with you. Okay. All right. Now, it's a very important topic. We have a lot of stuff to discuss today, and before we begin, just want to know where is everybody from? Where is everybody from? Okay, are you guys able to see me? Right? There is no screen. It is just me right here. Okay. The team is here as well. Armo is here, Lucas is here, Henning is here, Beatrice is here. These are our teammates. These are the only ones from our teammates. No other person except these guys are with the Urban Forex team. So they're all here. Wilson is not available right now, but he will be online soon as well. All right, so let's see this. We got South Africa, Jamaica, Nigeria, Indonesia, Venezuela, Delhi, Belgium, Singapore, Tibet, Australia. Hi, Devi. How are you? Dan saying wanted to say hi, but I got to go. Catch you up soon. Okay, no worries. Hurricane Alley, Buffalo, New York. Barcelona, Spain. Houston, Texas. Brunei, Canada. Morocco, Bangkok. Johannesburg. And Philippines. Yes, Lucilla's here as well. She says her hellos. She's in the other room, actually. So our team is on standby with support. If you ever need any support or you have any questions, you can use the little chat icon on the bottom right-hand side of your screen, right around here, and you can reach out for any support or assistance that you need. Okay, so let's get started. Let's get started. Now, a lot of you guys had your goals ready, written down for you guys, right? Now, one of the main things you want to focus on with these goals is why are you doing these goals? Okay? I see tons of people, reaching out to me time and time and again, and they're like, Navin, I got into trading because I want a better life. Okay, Navin, I got into trading because I want to quit my job. Navin, I got into trading because I want to make all the money in the world. Okay, these are all great. I want you to tell me what is so unique about you that doesn't have that same language as everybody else. Because if you ask anybody, they're all going to say the same thing. I just want to make a lot of money because I can have a comfortable life. But not yet one knows what a comfortable life means. Some people say, as long as all my bills are paid. What does that mean? Okay, what does that mean? We have to go into detail, right? So a lot of you guys have done that paper. You put all that information in there. Okay? Put all that information in your paper. So have your paper ready. And I want to ask you guys this one question. How many of you guys here have this one problem of, I know what I'm trading, I know how to trade, but every now and then I make mistakes, and I know what the mistake is, but I make that mistake again? How many of you guys make the same mistake over and over and over again, and you know about the mistake? How many of you guys have that issue? Okay? How many of you guys have that issue of you're trading, you make a mistake, you know it's a wrong mistake to do, but you're doing it again and again and again? Okay? And you're sitting there thinking, man, I need more discipline. I need money management. I need motivation. You're thinking about, you're reaching out for help for all of these things. I need this, I need that, I need this. If I only was a little bit more disciplined. If I only was not in a bad mood today, I would have been more focused. If I only this, and this, then this would have happened better. I want you to tell me, is there any one person in this room that can escape life's everyday challenges? No. There's not one person in this room that can say, yeah, I don't have any of those problems. Everybody has a situation coming at them at all times. So what makes you focus? Okay? So that's what we're going to talk about today. Well, what makes you focus? Because this idea of, if I just had more discipline, I would be fine. If I just knew a little bit more information, I'd be fine. I know the information. I've studied with Urban Forex for over 6 months. I can actually call the market and be like, boom, now it's going to go up for a buy. And then, oh, the buy happens. But I'm not in that buy. Oh, now I know the sell is going to happen. Wait. Oh, sell happens. But I'm not in that sell. I got in too early or too late. What's going on? In my mind, I have the power to know what to do in the market because I've studied so much with Urban Forex, but yet I'm unable to grab it and do the things that are necessary with discipline, with money management, with everything that's necessary for me to get ahead. Any of you guys here have that feeling? Every single trade you look at, you're like, I know exactly what's going to happen into that trade, almost to a point of prediction level. Okay? But then at the same time, you're like, but why can I not enter that trade? Why can I not enter that trade? I'm this close, but why am I not doing it right? Okay? And all of you guys know the answer too. That's the funny part. Everybody knows the answer of what that mistake is happening that's holding you back. Okay? Now we're going to take one step forward. Why is that mistake not corrected? Is it money management? Is it discipline? Do you need to join the army to suddenly learn discipline? Do you have to start waking up at 5 o'clock every morning, not 1 second late? Do you need to have your lunch, breakfast, dinner exactly at the same time, not any time late, to train yourself to do discipline? What you're experiencing is no different than a person who's trying to quit smoking. He knows or she knows it is bad for him and her. You can give him all the facts. It's not good for you. You will have a shorter life. You're going to die faster. You're polluting the earth. You're causing problems to your nearby people. You can give him all the facts. He knows. She knows the facts. But if it doesn't come from in here, it will never be solved. It will never be solved. Agreed? It is the exact same thing you're going through as a trader. If you are experiencing this, some of you guys might have already conquered this, but some of you guys who haven't conquered this yet, it is because you haven't solved it from within. You haven't solved it from within. Does that make sense? Okay. So if your goal is not clear enough, as we discussed in our previous webinar, right, 2 weeks ago, it's on YouTube for those of you who are wondering, which webinar? Actually, how many of you guys here are new that you guys haven't, been here before? How many of you guys here are new? Okay, sorry, I forgot to check in with you guys. Okay, we got a lot of yeses. A lot of you guys are experiencing this issue. Okay, Curtis is saying, yeah, discipline issues plus lack of confidence. Makes sense. Robert is saying, I already quit smoking. Excellent, excellent. Dostan is saying, because we are keen on outcome, not on performance. Very well said, very well said. Dewi is saying confidence. Yeah. Mon is saying, come visit Marrakesh in Morocco. I will come visit you. You can hold me to that. I will come visit you and we'll catch up. Yeah. Navin is saying, new to the live webinar, but following for a very long time. Okay, welcome. I'm glad you're here for the first time. And for those of you, all of you guys who are new here, a very warm welcome. We do this every 2 weeks. We go into very detailed topics. We want to unfold everything. Now, starting the following 2 weeks after this, we're going to go hardcore into more technical stuff. Okay, but I wanted to start off me coming back into doing webinars by getting guys in the right mindset. Because if the mindset is not right, you can study all the technical analysis you want, all the fundamental analysis you want, you're not getting anywhere. You're not getting anywhere. So let's start it right. It's the mindset. It's the mindset that makes the huge difference. Okay, it's the mindset that makes a huge difference. And as a special announcement, before we continue, the Mastering Price Action course now comes with closed captioning. Many of you guys who do not speak English as your first language asked about this. We have now done this. So the courses are going to start getting closed captioning. We have already released it for the Mastering Price Action course. You are able to turn on closed captioning below each of your videos and you'll be able to read and follow along. Second major announcement is the entire course is getting a new uplift. If you've noticed your Mastering Price Action course, it is going to be redesigned where it's going to be a much more easier way to look at your courses and follow along. And finally, the next chapters for your 4-course bundle, for those of you guys who are on the 4-course bundle, are going to be releasing as well. So announcement. I'll make a separate video for this, but I just wanted to let you guys have the information first before the announcement goes out there. Okay? All right, so it's going to start coming in for you guys. All right. So, all right, Latka is saying my first live webinar because I'm working often. That's fine. So this is actually, that's a very, very important thing that you said. How many of you guys here are working full time? Okay, how many of you guys here are working full time? Now, this is very important for those of you guys who are actually working full time. Okay, you haven't transitioned into becoming a trader full time, but you're working full time, which means you have a very limited time to study. Okay, you know, luckily our courses in Urban Forex are very quick and they get straight to the point. They don't mess around and they don't take long, and you can watch them on demand. But you as a full-time person have a very limited time span to study, to grow, to improve. Okay, because you're at work and then you come home and you might have some family obligations, you know, whether your children, your spouse, or parents or anything like that, or friends, you know, you might have some obligations, so you have a short span of window to get everything. Okay, a lot of you guys are working. In fact, some of you guys are saying, I'm at work now. All right, so if a lot of you guys who are doing this, you have to say, if I have this much time left to me, I need to make sure my time is targeted and focused as much as possible. Now, if it's targeted and focused, you need to reinforce especially the mindset of why are you doing this. Okay? So let's go into some steps. Okay, let's go into some steps. So let's talk about some of these steps. In the video, when you guys registered, I showed you guys that we gave an example of if you want to be working from remote locations. You know, that's a dream for many of you guys. I've gotten emails about saying I want to be able to travel the world and be able to work from any place that I choose. Okay? That's nice. That's nice. But you know, every issue, every benefit comes with its own set of problems, right? You know, as you always hear that, oh, look at this celebrity. He's living the life. He's just going and doing anything he wants, and they pay him $5 million for a movie for him to do it. But no one actually sees the hard work that goes behind it, right? We all know that. We all know everyone's worked hard to reach that point, right? So, but once you get to that point, you think it's all rosy? It's not. It has its own set of problems, but the reason why you can tackle those problems is because it comes from within. This is what you want to do. So any of you guys in here in the illusion that if you get into trading, you will never have to do anything again. If you have that illusion, you need to quit trading right now. I'm sorry to give you the bad news. If that illusion is there, you need to quit trading right now, because trading is gonna get difficult. Trading requires commitment. Trading requires practice. Okay? You are talking about earning more than doctors earn, and doctors go to school for at least 9 to 10 years to specialize. But doctors also do the grind before they become the doctor, right? So if you're living in this illusion that if I just attend a few webinars, I click on a few buttons, and then suddenly I won't have to ever work again. I won't have any boss. I won't have to do anything. I will just look out the window and money will just come into my room. That is the wrong illusion. That is a wrong illusion. You must understand that. You must understand that. And anyone preaching to you in that language, run away in the opposite direction as quickly as you can. As quickly as you can. Automated robots, strategies that will make you multimillionaires overnight. All of these things, run away from them. Run away from them. Run away from them. How many of you guys have already been burned by all of that? Okay, I know I have. I've been burned so many times when I got into trading by trying all these things that promise to help me to become free. And then after years and years and years of experiencing that, I'm like, wait a minute, there's no such thing as free. The only thing that is actually free is you working hard in something you enjoy to do. That is actually freedom. That's it. There's nothing that says you will not have to do anything. That is a horrible illusion, and one of the industry's biggest lie. It's the biggest lie. Yeah, so a lot of you guys have that feeling, right? You guys have been burned by it, by automated robots and systems and strategies, gurus promising you that, okay, if you just train with me, within 2 weeks I'm gonna make you a pro. All this stuff, it's just horrible. It's just horrible. Okay? So, having that said, so now you're thinking, okay, on one end, I got a full-time job. Okay, and I need to get out of this job because that's my goal. For that, I'm putting aside 1 to 2 hours per day of dedicated focus. Okay, I found myself a handful of places where I can learn and grow perfectly. You know, whether that's Urban Forex or at somewhere else, it doesn't matter. But I found my spot where I know this education is solid. But I need to now put in the little bit of work that I need to do to get to my goal. What happens if the goal is not there? What happens if the goal is not there? You can find Urban Forex. You can meet me on the street and be like, Navin, I have some questions about trading, and I'll sit there and I'll teach you how to trade. It won't go in. It won't go in. How many of you guys here actually met me in person? Whether down the street somewhere or in person, or I've flown to your country and we've caught up. How many of you guys here met me in person? You can see I'm actually very passionate about this. All you have to say is Navin, how dot dot dot, and I just jump in. Because it comes from within. I enjoy it that much. This is who I am. This is what I do. I don't do it for the fame, for the money, for the blah blah blah. I like this. So I want to ask this question to you. Do you look at this as a means to get somewhere, or do you actually like this? Because once you figure that out, the plan changes. The plan changes. Okay, some of you guys saying, yeah, working with SMART goals, good. Vijay Thapa saying, I wish to meet. Okay, a lot of you guys, I will meet Sagar. Sagar, I've met you here before, here in Dubai. Okay, came at Montreal. Okay, Agent Bob, Billion Bob, nice to see you. Okay, I love watching your post on Instagram. So cool, I really like it. Okay, I really like trading, but I have some goals too. They're not two different things. Okay, so I'm gonna ask this question again. I want you to think about it in reverse. Okay, think about it in reverse. Okay, again, so I'm gonna repeat it. Are you using trading as a means to get to your goal, which might be something else, or do you enjoy trading and you want to be good at it? They're not one is wrong. I don't want you to say, oh well, because this is a webinar about Forex, maybe I should say I love trading. No, you don't have to say that. Don't lie to yourself. I need you to be honest. Are you using it as a means, or do you actually enjoy it? So let's see those comments. And those of you who are shy to comment, think about it in your mind. That's okay. You don't have to interact. That's okay. Okay. Some of you guys are saying both. Aman, you're saying I use trading to meet my goals and needs. Okay. Amitabh is saying enjoy trading and want to get to my goals using it. Davey, you're saying, I do ask myself that a lot. Okay. Honest answer. Very good. Robert, you're saying enjoy and want to be better. Clan, you're saying trading is my passion. Robin, you're saying I love it. Okay. Hello is saying means. Okay, so you can see there's two sides. Actually, three sides. One is saying I love trading. The other is saying I'm using it for just to justify the means. And then there's a person in the middle saying I like both. You know, I'm doing it for the sake of both. I need to justify the means, but I also enjoy it. It's actually pretty fun. Okay. Did you know the goals need to be set differently for each of these things? Did you know that? If you're doing this for the sake of means, then you practicing with a company that's teaching you how to scalp is not going to do it. You need to focus more on things that are telling you about how to trade higher time frames. That's going to help you get you to your means, because you don't really enjoy trading, so you're not supposed to be at your desk. You can do what you want to do and focus on using trading as a means for revenue generation. Whole different mindset. And a different mindset for those who love trading, which means if you really love trading, put in the hours, make more money, and sit there in front of that screen and figure out, learn more, be better, keep growing. Because the hours to you do not matter, because you like what you do. You see the difference here? How many of you guys agree with that information? If you like what you do, the number of hours you work at it does not matter. Does not matter, because it's like a game. We don't mind doing it for hours on end. Okay, for those of you who've met me in person, I can promise you almost 99% will say, I, at the end, was tired and I had to leave, but Navin kept going on, explaining and explaining and explaining. They will tell you that, unless I'm sick, that's a different thing. But if I'm sitting there with you and you ask me a question, I will make sure I will sit there with you until the sun rises the next day. That's how much I'll enjoy it. Okay? obviously it's the other person that's like, okay, well, I need to take a break. I got information overload. I need to process all this information. All right. All right. So now that we know there's the different aspects, right? So you need to think about this first before we get into the step-by-step process of what you need to do. So question number 1, I want you guys to write this down, to ask yourself this question. Am I using trading to justify the means, or am I using trading because I love trading itself? There's a third industry as well. A third industry. I've noticed this come up to a big rise suddenly. Am I doing it for the sake of popularity and fame? If that's the case, that is the weakest one. That is the weakest one. You will fail. You will fail. Because today, this industry is hot. What will happen tomorrow when Bitcoin gets hot again? Or binary gets hot? Or something else gets hot? What are you going to do? Keep switching industries? Tomorrow you're going to be a doctor because doctors are hot. Then they say engineers are the best thing to do. You're going to become an engineer also. What are you going to do your whole life? Keep hopping around? Right? You have to think very carefully. What are you doing this for? What are you doing this for? So you have to ask this question very honestly with yourself. Okay? If you're doing it for the fame and fortune, then only the very best can get the fame and fortune, which means it can only come in the industry where you have real passion to dominate and be the best in it. Otherwise, forget the fame and fortune. It's not coming. It doesn't come to the average person. Does that make sense? Andres, I love you for saying that. Okay, Andres said, I'm doing this only because of materialism. Okay? If some of you guys are saying I'm doing this for the sake of materialism, that's fantastic. You know, the world looks down upon stuff like this, right? I don't. I look at people like that saying, at least there's someone out there honest with themselves. If you're in the Forex industry, 9 out of 10 times you're doing it for the sake to earn some more money, to live a lavish lifestyle, which means you're coming into materialism anyways. But yet everyone is afraid to say it out loud because what will people think? Why? Our brain is split in half. In one side we want to make money, but in the other side we don't want to show anyone that we have money because, you know, if we have more money than somebody else, we might be that evil person. People might look at us like, oh my God, he or she is so stuck up. He's become evil. She's become evil now that she has some money. Who does she think she is now? So your mind is split in half. Consciously, you want to do it. Consciously, you want to compete. But subconsciously, you don't like it. You don't want it. You don't want the identity of a person who has money. Crazy, isn't it? As long as the brain is split in half, you're not getting anywhere. You have to be honest with yourself. You can lie to the world. You should not lie to yourself. And the truer you are to yourself, the easier everything becomes. The easier everything becomes. Do not get into this trap of I need to please everybody, because you can't. Because you can't. All right, so you guys got your question number 1 down. Okay, I haven't even started on the step-by-steps yet. Second thing, I want you to fill up this thing. Okay, I'm going to show you something here. Here we go. I'm going to move this screen down a bit. Let me know if you guys can see my circle. Let me guys know when you guys can see my circle. Okay, Johan, you're saying I enjoy trading with every fiber of my being. Reasoning behind my trading is to provide a better life for my son, my family. It is on me. Good, very good. Get that fire burning. Get that fire burning. It is important to bring in responsibility. It is important to bring in responsibility. Okay? All right. Okay? Now, if I may share a little bit on how I use responsibility. Like, growing up, I mean, my parents took care of me quite well, and then my family lost money, right? They didn't have much to go on, so I was working at Dairy Queen, making ice cream, worked for Indian restaurants, and I was making naan and all that stuff, burning my hands all the time by putting my hand in the clay oven to make naans for the customers. So I was in the backside of a restaurant and in the front side of the restaurant, sweeping, mopping, cleaning, working 11-hour days, and I was getting underpaid and I didn't even know it. I was getting paid $600 a month, and the owner kept me in his house, and I was also paying him rent. Okay, so I was being used, but I didn't know at that time. I was very young. I didn't know at that time. So I was getting $600 a month for working 11-hour days, and I had to pay him $200 a month as rent because I was living in his house. So at the same time, it's like, now I look at it like, oh man, I think I was abused, but I actually wasn't. Because me, I was happy I had a job. Does Sounds weird, doesn't it? All the humanitarians people will stand up and say, no, that's wrong, blah blah blah. Ask me. I will tell you, I was happy. I was happy I had a job to begin with. I was happy I was doing something, I was getting somewhere. Does that make sense? Okay? That's where it all started from, and then came the responsibility. So that my initial stage was, I want to make money for myself. I want to have a nice car. I want to have a nice house. I want to travel the world. It started like that. Tell you what, it never happened. It is only when I brought it upon myself that I need to have some kind of responsibility. So I took it upon myself as I'm going to take care of my parents. It started with that responsibility until my parents actually got relaxed and saying, well, looks like Navin's grown up now. He has enough money to take care of himself and us. What happened after that is I'm going to show you. And what I'm about to teach you now starts from this exact journey I'm going to show you. All of you guys, on your pieces of paper, I want you to draw this. I want you to draw this. Okay? You have a triangle here. Okay? You have a triangle here, and I want you to divide it into 3 pieces. Okay? Okay. One side is spiritual. Okay? Just hang in there. I'll get to the point. I'm not going to go into mumbo jumbo stuff. Don't worry. One side is spiritual. One side is ambition. Okay? Ambition. Sorry, I'm writing on a trackpad, so just hang in there. And the other side is comfort. Okay? Now, before you begin with identifying your goals, at least every 3 months, I want you to fill out this thing with a percentage. Okay? How much, if this is your life, how much of your life is filled with ambition? How much of your life is filled with comfort? How much of your life is built with spiritualism? Okay? When I say spiritualism, means what's the point of working hard anyways? I'm gonna die. Life is only once. Whatever God gives me, I'm fine with that. If I die, I'm not gonna take it with me anyways. That's when spiritualism kicks in, where you're just like, content is the way to go. Okay? Which means I should just be happy with what I have. That's fine. That's fine. And this generally will come with age. Okay? This generally will come with age. As you get older, your spiritualism will start growing. Okay? And that's normal. That's normal. Because you start thinking about the bigger picture, right? When you're younger, you're fueled by nothing but ambition. Okay? You just can't wait to get started. You can't wait to do more. Okay? What happens in your further stages down the line, if your ambition is good and you start progressing in life, what happens is that ambition suddenly turns to comfort. You start getting relaxed. You start enjoying life a little bit more, that your ambition lowers down. your comfort level goes higher. How many guys here can identify with these three stages of your life? Okay? Spiritual, ambition, and comfort. Okay? Okay, Rosario, you're saying I'm 47. Oh my god, on my way to why I should. I can't bring it on the other side. OMG. Right? Prasad, you're saying true. JD, I can, absolutely. Yeah. When you look at it in this angle, if you find out your ambition is a bit low because you're too comfortable, you know what needs to be done. I'm not saying become uncomfortable on purpose, but you need to measure it in a way that you need a balance. But the ideal balance for growth is there needs to be a higher percentage on this. There needs to be a higher percentage on that. If your comfort is too high, you're not going to do anything. You're not going to do anything. So going back to that story I was telling you, when I was working in that restaurant and then going forward, I got into trading, and from trading, I grew to a certain extent where my parents were a little bit worried. They were always like saving money. They're like, what if Navin needs it one day? This guy's a crazy kid. You never know when he's going to need money. To a point where I was able to take care of myself, and then I was flying my parents around everywhere. Like my dad would message me. He's like, hey, I'm going to go to India. I'm like, let me buy you the tickets. I'd buy him business class tickets, fly him to India, get him whatever he needs to buy and everything. He started feeling comfortable. And you have to know one thing about Indian parents. A child is never ready for life. Okay? So every time you do anything good, an Indian parent or like any Asian parent will say, that's it, you should do more. I'm not happy with this. That's the general language, the tone of, all right, well, good. I'm happy for you. You should do more. So there's never a satisfaction level. This creates a lot of ambition in Asian kids. This is quite normal. It's quite normal. Creates a lot of ambition in Asian kids, but what happens afterward, what happened to me afterwards, they came to a realization that, okay, looks like Navin's finally settled in. We don't need to worry about him anymore. What happened after that for me? I went straight to comfort. My ambition level dropped. So suddenly I'm like, what is going on? What happened to I was growing at the speed, lightning speed, to suddenly I'm so relaxed because I can fly where I want to fly, I can eat what I want to eat, and I can buy what I want to buy. So it just became relaxed, like nothing matters. My spiritualism started kicking in, thinking, why do anything? Why do anything? I started, looking at a lot of spiritualism stuff, with Sadhguru and Osho and all these motivational courses on YouTube. It's like, why do anything? Life is only once, and this and that. So I got pulled out of the ambition stage. You know why? Because my responsibilities started to die. They disappeared. My responsibilities was no longer active. Okay? Was no longer active. So now I'm at a turning point of my life. How do I activate my ambition again? How do I activate my ambition again? When I did this chart, I'm like, whoa, my ambition went down to 10%. This was at 50, okay? And this was at 40. I was like, wow, at this level, I'm not going to do anything in my life. In fact, the earth keeps spinning, okay? Money's value always devaluates due to inflation. That keeps growing. But if I don't grow, I will become obsolete. I will become a dinosaur. I will become extinct. I will fade away. Okay? I had to think about everything all over again. Like, what is happening? What is wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? My responsibility was the answer. It went away. Because my only responsibility was my parents. So the next thing I did was, when I set up Urban Forex, I took on the responsibility of all the students. I need to help these kids, help, not everyone's a kid, but I need to help these people look at trading in a whole different light instead of indicators all over the place. Right? That's where it all began. That's where it all began. Then, to raise up the ambition, because this went up to 50%, then to raise up the ambition even further, what I did was all the people who started working for me on the Urban Forex team, I started looking at what are your goals, and I made their goals mine. Now I have a further responsibility to make sure anyone who's working with me that they meet their goals as well. Does that make sense? You can bring on responsibility from anywhere. You don't need to be related to the person. Okay? And if you want to think of it like you will only want to take care of family, we're all family. Just think of it like that. Every human being is your family. Take care of them. Take care of them. If you truly think of it like that, your responsibility will raise 10x and everything will start going into high gear very quickly. And it's almost as if like the universe is like, that guy has a reason to be on this planet. Let's give him whatever he needs to do to get it done. It's almost like that. It's like the universe just opens up the doors and be like, that guy is not just looking for a Ferrari. He's actually making an impact. Give him whatever he wants. Does that make sense? How many of you guys here who are at Urban Forex feel like Urban Forex is just one big family? I've seen many of you guys talk to each other. You guys are very close to each other. Many of you guys meet in person as well. It's just wonderful to see all of you guys, really, really tight together as we are Urban Forex. We are a group. We are a little family where we process and get further in life every single moment, every single moment. It's a sense of pride. It is not just a course or community. It's a sense of pride, right? All right, so you guys got this thing down? You got your triangle? Okay, whenever you see people doing triangle logos on TV, you're like, okay, he's talking about spiritualism, ambition, and comfort. Got it. If you see like Jay-Z or any of these guys doing these logos on TV, you're like, I know what that means now. We got the triangle stuff we learned on that webinar. Okay, now that you've written this down, let's take it further. Okay, let's go into step by steps. I'm gonna take this webinar additional 10 minutes long because we have to cover these things. Okay, step number 1. Once you conquer that question of why am I doing this, for the means or whatnot, next thing you want to do, you want to identify that triangle to find out where are you in that triangle, to find out why are you not performing enough. Okay, why are you not performing? Because that triangle is subconscious. It's your subconscious. You need to bring it to reality and find out what is going on. Why am I so slow? Why do I not care to do more and be better? It's actually about care. It's not about the right education. Do you care to do more or not? That's what it comes down to, right? All right, so first things that you want to do. Okay, now we're going to go into the step-by-step process on how you want to do this as carefully as possible. That sheet of paper that you filled out with your goals, if you just leave it on your desk or on your bathroom mirror, what's going to happen is you'll look at it today, you'll look at it tomorrow, but 3, 4, 5 days from now, because it's the same thing, your brain will get used to it, and because it's not new, you will just see it, but you'll brush your teeth or you'll look at that paper and it'll look like it's just there. You're aware of it, but you're not focused on it. You need to bring focused attention to it. So if you can, when you wake up, take that paper, read it to yourself again slowly until you get the feelings going. Once you get the feelings going of why you need to do this based on responsibility, okay, responsibility creates ambition, okay, and remember, responsibility doesn't mean you have to be related by blood, okay? You need to stop that nonsense. Everyone on this planet is family, Okay, you bring up that responsibility. For me, I just wanted to take care of all my friends. Okay, I brought into that responsibility, so now I fly my friends everywhere. I take them with me to Maldives and all these places. I'm like, great, I want you to enjoy these nice places just like I do. Okay, raise your responsibility level to a whole new level. Okay, so you want to raise your responsibility, meditate on that piece of paper. Okay, next thing, as you're meditating on that, you want to visualize it. Okay, you want to visualize. Okay, so the first stage is you want to say why you must do this. Okay, the next stage, your visualization, you want to look at it as if you are already doing it. There's a difference here. This is not meditation anymore. You're visualizing it. It's focused attention from your brain. So now, for example, if your thing is I need to have a nice house, okay, you want to start visualizing you in that house. Okay, hopefully you've written down your goals, that you've already seen the house, you've already gone to the open house and seen the prices and everything. You want to visualize you in that house. What is your day like? What is your evenings like? You know, what are your neighbors like? Okay, how do you see, why is your life better there? Okay, once you do your visualizations, okay, you want to revisit your paper in the evening, okay, before bed. Okay, I know I'm trying to cut away from your Netflix time, guys. Trust me, this is gonna help. Okay, in the evening, you do the same thing. Do it one more time before going to bed, because you will activate your subconscious before going to bed. Okay, how many of you guys heard that issue of you will dream about what is the last thing you focusedly think about? If you watch cartoons before going to bed, you will never dream about it. You will not think about it because it's just cartoons. It doesn't matter. If you watch a thriller, before going to bed, because you were thinking about it, you are so focused into that movie or TV show, when you sleep, you will constantly dream something similar to it. You want to do the same thing with your piece of paper. If you put emotions and energy to it and then you go to bed to it, you will live that life subconsciously. It will become real for you. Okay, David, you're saying I dream about charts? Yeah, many of you guys have told me you guys hear my voice in the night because you guys watch urban Forex videos before going to bed. So they're like, I don't know what's going on. I heard you in my dreams last night, Navin. It's like, I hope in a good way. I'm not freaking you out, you know? All right. Okay, this thing is very important. You want to keep some friends or a network of people who grow. Okay? Speak to someone. Don't speak to just anyone. Speak to someone who is a performer. Speak to someone who likes to do more than yesterday. Don't speak to someone who's saying, how's work? Yeah, same old, same old. Anyone who uses that language, same old, kick them out. Kick them out. They're boring people anyways. They're very boring. Keep them out. Speak to someone who's like, all right, I did this today. I was so awesome. They're very positive, and you want to speak to that person in a way that, okay, here's my goals. I'm looking forward to doing this. This is what I've done so far. What do you think? Yeah, that's great. You want that positive vibe back at you. And then listen to their goals and listen to what they're doing to perform better. You have to get this back and forth. Okay? You have to get this back and forth. Prasad, you're saying you mean from trading only? However you want to do it. If trading is everything revolving around it, then do it from trading. Okay, this is applicable to any goals that you have. Okay? Any goals that you have. All right? And then you want to do this. Measure your actions. Okay, now when I say measure your actions, now there's one on the paper I gave you to measure your actions, but this is different. Okay, this is for visualization purposes, and this is to think. Now, I'm going to tell you something that is going to be contradictory to many things in life that people tell you don't do this, don't do that because it's not good for you. I want you to think of it this way. In the evening, before you go to bed, I want you to ask yourself one question. Did what I do today is going to make me better tomorrow? Okay, and better yet, did what I do today is going to help me get closer to my goal? If you went to your job, you came back, you turned on Netflix, you put your legs up on the couch, and you're just chilling, you're like, nice TV show. And as you're going to bed, if you ask this question to yourself, did I do what I needed to do today to improve my tomorrow, even if it was for 10 minutes or an hour? Did I do something today that will make me better tomorrow? If not, then another day has gone by. From however long you're going to live, one more day lost that will never come back. You just wasted life. You just wasted life. Because life is actually in your control. Why not live it the way you want it to live? Okay? So ask yourself that question. What I do today help me to get what I want to do tomorrow, or am I just killing time? Does that make sense? JD, yeah, this webinar counts. Obviously it counts. It better count. Andres, you're saying the beginning is always today. Yeah. Don't waste life. Very good, Josh. Exactly. Don't waste it. Look, we all know one thing, right? We all know that life is once. And yes, everyone's like, yeah, but that's common sense. We all know that. Then act on it. Act on it. Don't let it go. Okay? Okay, Aman, you're saying I get too excited thinking about my goals. That's very good. Anjali saying makes perfect sense. Yeah, good. This stuff, you want to measure it with actions. You want to measure your actions. You don't want to say like, oh, in the morning I meditated, so technically I'm working towards my goals. No. You're measuring your actions here. What did I do today? Did I learn that new technique on urban Forex? Did I look at my charts today to analyze and be prepared for tomorrow? Did I talk to someone about why I need to do my goals? Okay? Now, how many of you guys here feel if you do all of this stuff, maybe you feel you're not living? Okay, let's go into that dark stuff now. Some of the darker stuff. How many of you guys feel if I do this every single day, I'm going to feel like a robot? You know, you need to live a little. You know, when are we going to live? If we're always working and trying to be better, when are we going to live in the now, in the present? How many of you guys feel like that? Like it's somewhere in the back of your mind, it's poking at you. Like, I can do all this, but my whole day will be gone. But when will I live? Okay? If that thing is poking at you from the back, it's the same thing, that same voice that's poking at you for that reason, it's the same thing that makes people lazy as well. Or procrastination. It's the same language. It's the same language. Why do you want to do it right now? Do it tomorrow. It's okay. Do it tomorrow. It's fine. What's the hurry? Live a little. What's the hurry? Live a little. And you know why you live a little? You know why you live a little? Is because you have no responsibilities that you actually care about. That's why you live a little. If your responsibilities was dead on and you really care about those responsibilities, you will stop saying, yeah, but live a little. Just live a little, you know. We can work tomorrow. This weekend. Does that make sense? Those of you guys, how many of you guys here watch Netflix? Let's take it a step further. How many of you guys binge watch Netflix? Now, I want you to think of this in reverse. So you can live a little, that you're binge watching Netflix. How do you think the actors are working? For you to binge watch, which means they need to create 12 or 13 episodes for an entire season, someone behind the screen is working hard. They're saying, screw living a little. Other people love this, but I'm gonna be on that screen and I'm gonna work, whether it goes from the morning, I work. After I work, I do the interview. After I do the interview, I go back to work to make the next season. After I do that, I'm gonna go to acting classes. After I do that, and this is why the world watches them, because it's pure talent. It's pure talent. Does that make sense? You need to be that pure talent. You need to be that pure talent. Again, if you're not doing what you need to be doing, that means you either don't have any responsibilities that you've set up, or your responsibilities are not a big deal for you. Does that make sense? How many of you guys actually are following along and saying, okay, I got it. I'm going to take this home tonight and I'm going to really work on this. Make sense? All right. So I'm going to ask you guys this thing now. I'm going to ask you guys the common question, which is a misconception in today's world. Will working hard get you anywhere? Okay. Will working hard get you anywhere? Will working smart get you anywhere? Will your work ethics get you anywhere? Will your integrity get you anywhere? The only thing that's going to get you anywhere is your goals. A clear vision of what you need to do, because then all the things I just listed have a reason. Now there's a reason to do all these things, and they will come with love, passion, and fire. If the goals are not clear, you can be the hardest worker on the planet. Nothing's going to get accomplished. Nothing's going to get accomplished. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, guys. So a lot of these things, again, were extracts from our motivation and daily routines course. How many of you guys here already have the motivation and daily routines course? We're going to extend the offer out again for this webinar. For those of you guys who do not know what is the motivation and daily routines course, or do not have it, we're going to mind hack how you can prepare for life. This is a 6-week long course. It goes week after week. It's an audio course, and I actually get into your mind and help you rewire the whole thing so you can perform and be at your best every single day. We have an exclusive for this webinar at 50% off. You can use, if I hope I'm pointing it right, you can use Irby down there. Irby will help you to pick it up. And for those of you who are watching this on Facebook, you can email us on info@urbanforex.com and we can assist you with that. But how many of you guys have it? Okay, you guys saying, okay, looks like a lot of you guys already have the course. How many of you guys use it on a daily basis? Okay, forget having the course. How many of you guys use it on a regular basis? Okay. Aman, wow, this webinar was full of feelings and ambition. My motivation is my life. Good, good. Okay. Ravinder Singh are saying, me, Navin, this webinar is like training grounds for the motivation course of yours. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, you can't just jump into trading without the right mindset. Because to be honest, trading is hard. We have a mantra that trading, it's not hard, it's easy, but it requires some work. To survive that work, you got to be ready here. And then you will be able to do better than 95% of the people on the planet. Because the 95% of the people on the planet will be happy to sit on their couch and Netflix. That's the only difference. Because the responsibilities are not there, because the comfort level is too high. They go to a job 9 to 5. Evenings are off, can hang out with their friends. Weekends are off, paid vacation. Why do more? I'm comfortable. I can buy some nice IKEA furniture. I can eat some nice food. I can order home delivery. Why do more? Why do more? Comfort is too high. Comfort's too high. If you have a goal to be somebody in life, your comfort needs to be in control. Your comfort is too high. Okay, Gagandeep Singh, Navin, I have all the courses, bro, and all of them are 100%, 101% great. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Andres Romero, you're saying I have it on my computer screen as lock screen. Excellent, excellent. Okay, Jeremy, when I win 2 to 3 trades in a row, I'm feeling more comfortable than when I lose. Okay, okay, it's good. Pankaj, you're asking, please comment on binary. Binary is not my industry. It's not my industry. Mathematically, binary is not the best way to go because it is mathematically rigged to be against you. It's like a casino. It's mathematically rigged to go against you. It's not even a 1:1. It's 0.8:1. The only thing that you can have in your favor is if you want to have a high win rate. Okay, to have a high win rate means you are a very experienced trader to know, okay, now it's going to turn, and now it's going to turn again, and now it's going to turn again. If you don't have that, then doing binary, it's simply a lazy man's way out. Here's why: because it's cheap to enter binary. If it's cheap to enter binary, everyone gets attracted to it because they feel I can turn my $100 into $200. Binary must be great. No, it's risky. That's my opinion. Obviously, I know some people who are doing very good with binary, but they are the same people who also told me they have problems with their withdrawals and cashing out. So it's very dangerous. Okay? So if you want my opinion, that is my opinion based on my experience up until now. In the future, it may change. I will update you guys. But as of right now, binary is extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous. Okay? Ravinder Singh, Navin, please offer a 4CB course on discount. Just completed MPA. Okay, Ravinder, you can get in touch with us at info@urbanforex.com. For those of you guys who are looking to join the Mastering Price Action course, you guys can also reach out to us at info@urbanforex.com, or you actually use Irby to send us a message, and we'll help you out with that as well. Because we always give exclusive discounts only during the webinars. So since you're here at the webinar, if you want to go technical route, we'll get you covered there. If you want to go this motivation and daily routines, we're obviously there for you as well. Nivan, you're saying, can mastering trading be a goal? Absolutely. Absolutely. Why not? Why not? If you like trading, okay, I'm going to tell you one thing. How many of you guys here know Lucas Hahn? Okay, the guy who runs London sessions for all of you guys. Okay. When we hired Lucas Hahn during my first interview with him, obviously I look at a certain things in the interview, right? I look at integrity. I look at how hard the person works. I look at how dedicated the person is, and then I go for the goals. And I asked Lucas, "What is your goal?" And his goal was not a Ferrari. It was not, I want a fancy house with diamonds hanging on all around the corners. It was, I want to be the best trader on the planet. That I can work with. That I can take under my wing and saying, I'll get you there. I'll get you there. That is a goal I would love to be behind and be like, I got you. Let's do this. Let's do this. Without a goal, you are nothing but a hard worker. You need a goal in life. You need a purpose. You need a purpose. Okay? All right, guys. All right. I hope this was very useful for you guys today. I want you to be the best you can be. Okay? I want you to take in more responsibility. Do not think only about yourself, but everyone around you. If you can think of everyone around you, you will automatically be taken care of. It's just the way the world works. Okay? Stop thinking about yourself. Think about everyone else around you as if it's not for you, it won't be done. Take it upon yourself as you are the only hope. Okay? For those of you guys who are saying you would like to meet me or Armand in person, we're always around. If you see me always in your city, definitely reach out. We will catch up. It was nice enough for me to meet some people yesterday as well here in Dubai. It's just wonderful, and I look forward to seeing a lot of you guys in person as well. Cheers, guys. That's all we have for today. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks, yeah? All right. I'll see you soon, guys. Cheers. Bye for now. For those of you guys who have picked up the Motivation and Daily Routines course, I'm going to keep up with your comments in the course, and I'll watch your progress. Cheers. Bye for now.